Wednesday morning, please come to the State of the City address. Actually, we're going to have Cooper McGuire, who's a junior at Gardner Edgerton High School, is going to sing the national anthem a cappella. And he was actually at the state tournament for vocals over this last weekend. But as far as that goes as well, he's also put together a volunteer group at the high school. It's called Performing with a Purpose. And they're going to be doing a show called Entertainment Through the Ages on Saturday, March 29th at 7 p.m. Proceeds from the show will benefit the Mayor's Christmas Tree Fund. So, you know, if you come Wednesday, there will be a highlight, and then the mayor will speak. So, also, we've got on April 14th, I believe we've got confirmed that everybody's going to be able to attend the work session where we're having a panel discussion involving a number of different professionals, people from McPherson, from KMU, from Garden City, and the like. And with that in mind, and one of the things I've actually put a little something together based on what's happened over the last few months, and based on what appears to be the direction we're heading. I'm not handing this out this evening as a means of a discussion item, but more along the lines of this is going in would be kind of my recommendation. We've got 2 more council meetings between now and the April 14th work session. I encourage you all, if you've got recommendations that you want to make, please do the same thing like I'm doing here, and bring them and share them with other council members, city staff, whoever else might want one. Also, as we approach this event, any questions that you might have or directions you'd like to see the conversation go, let's be proactive and get that information in front of the city administrator so that we can, when the meeting starts, it would be really nice if we've got a foundation to work from instead of trying to recreate the wheel. Yeah, it would be real nice if we could give them something to work with before they get here. And with that being the case, does anybody else have anything? Otherwise,
I actually just have one other quick question.
Certainly.
We talked about the Gardner Lake reinstating that sales policy, and I know that staff was going to go do some work. Is there going to be any cost associated with that, I guess, on your behalf? So the work that you're going to do, is there going to be any cost to the city associated with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll have to get a new appraisal done.
So I guess my question is, and I'm just throwing this out here, no one else can buy that land except for the property owners, and at least initially we really weren't in this to make money. It was just kind of let's clean it up and resell it. So I guess my question is, do we really want to go into all this additional cost, or can we just reinstate the previous policy?
And if I could speak, back in like it was January of 2013, when Jim presented this item, the original cost was 56 cents a square foot. We did an appraisal. Company came out and made a recommendation from anywhere from $1.20 to about $2.40 per square foot. And Jim made it clear that it wasn't about making money, it was just trying to get fair market value for the property. And the recommendation from staff in January 2013 was $1.20 per square foot. Council opted this to 56 cents a square foot. I mean, we have an appraisal done within the last year and a half that shows $1.20 would be the minimum that we should charge.
I mean, I guess I was thinking about this through the week, and it's not like we're competing. We're not putting this out there to market for other people. So do we really want to spend any additional money on these appraisals when, because, I mean, if I was a property owner and if I'm not going to buy it at 56 cents or $1.20, chances are I'm not going to buy it, even if you raise the price, so.
We have a fiduciary responsibility to seek the highest price and best terms for the city, regardless of whether there's anybody else making an offer on it. So, I mean, if the staff's recommendation was $1.20 and council opted for less than half of that, and the range is $1.20 to $2.40, was it?
I believe it was 240.
I mean, you know, it's like any other commodity, it's still in short supply, and I just think we have a duty to not give it away and ask the taxpayers to pay the burden of missing out on that money. I mean, you're basically asking them to subsidize the cost of someone else's land, which I don't think is fair.
Other members of council, do you want to see appraisals done? Tori?
I can agree with Christie on this, only because nobody else can buy that land. And if we charge it too high, they're not even gonna buy it. And it's more of it was getting all complicated, what they could build on it, what they couldn't build on it, could they build a fence, could they build, it seemed like it was all more on ease to help the homeowners be able to build stuff on it. And if we set the price too high, people may go ahead and build on the land they don't own anyway, and that could cause other problems. I'm okay with keeping it the original 56 and not doing a new appraisal.
Keith? I think it's two unique conversations. I don't know that we have to do the appraisal part of it and take that cost on, but we may want to revisit what the agreement price is moving forward and see if there needs to be an adjustment made. If it's an opportunity that's been missed by some and the cost needs to rise. I mean, I don't want to pay for another appraisal to come out for us not to take the recommendation of the appraisal. So I think that probably wouldn't be money that's well spent, but you know, I'm different than Larry. I think it's not to see how much money we can get out of it, because to not have as part of the way I've always understood it, to not have it as part of the city property anymore is actually the best solution in the long term. So there's a mitigated cost equation that comes into that. So it's not how much can we get out of this, it's really how can we make it the best solution to make everybody work. But if we need to revisit the agreements for the purchasing, I think that can be done without a new property assessment.
Well, I'm going to take it from a different direction. I'm going to take it from the point of view of the individuals who actually live at the lake. I've actually been contacted by a couple of them, and their concern is that there's individuals who missed out on the first sale because they were trying to line up finances to be able to purchase that land. They did not have the money at their disposal to do their own surveying, because there's obviously a surveying cost that's involved. And so they were kind of shut out of the process, thinking that they were going to be able to get that price going forward into this year. So from that perspective, I can see their concern. And unlike, you know, the individuals who were staff at the city and others, they did not know that had a finite expiration on it. And so, you know, they made some assumptions, and some of them, as has been borne out, have not been accurate. But I don't think that those individuals need to be penalized by paying twice as much than, you know, what the original, you know, asking price was going to be per square foot for that land. So I think it's a goodwill gesture more than anything else to try to, you know, again, these are very small parcels. It's not like we're trying to, you know, make the budget whole on the backs of whether 400 square feet or whatever it is of property that's out at the lake. So.
And a lot of them are actually in the flood zone, so it's not like it's desirable.
Floodplain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it sounds like consensus is to keep it 56 cents a square foot.
Is there any advice from our attorney on this?
No, it's, you know, unlike different types of municipalities, there isn't an obligation. Like, for example, if the school district sells property, there's a requirement that, you know, you put it up for bid and you get, you know, fair market value for it. When a city sells property like this, that's not the case. So
Any property or just property like this, where
cities, no, I mean, cities don't have this, the